Alrighty. Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, how you doing?
Perfect. How are you?
Oh, I'm just living my best life over here.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, well, thanks for jumping on, man. I really do appreciate you spending a few minutes with us as you head your way to here and to Savannah in a few days, man.
Yeah, no problem. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So obviously it's Rock 1061. We are Savannah's rock station. And obviously Wolfgang Van Halen, Mammoth, big deal. Coming to Victory North Savannah coming up this Monday. I want to say thank you again for joining us. And with today being kind of a special day, I'm sure you've heard about it. You've probably seen it on social media, probably talked about it with a few of your friends. Today is the 1 year anniversary of the passing of the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. And I think you've got an opportunity to meet him. And I don't know if you've got an opportunity to meet him a bunch or not, but I thought we'd start off the interview today with asking you your favorite Ozzy memory and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, I got to Sharon and him had requested me for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tribute to play the solo for Crazy Train, and so I got to do the whole like rehearsal with everybody, and that was a really crazy thing. And I got to meet him after a long time because I know my dad and him had known each other, and it was just really great to be able to just chat with him for a little bit. And during the night of the actual thing at the Hall of Fame, I got to have a little longer of a chat with him, and I'll never forget it. It was just really great to just talk with him for a little bit. It was really cool to be able to see
What
him.
what was Ozzy like behind the scenes? I mean, we all know him as a massive, like bombastic personality whenever we saw him up on stage and doing his crazy interviews. Was he just like a relaxed, chill guy that we saw in the
Yeah, he
Osbournes
was
or
he was just super smiley and kind, and he was very complimentary. I was like, was that all right? Was that good enough? And he was, yeah, he was like, that was, it was fantastic. I think he said it was bloody brilliant in his voice. And yeah, it was just really great to just sit there and talk with him and just just share the space. It was really special. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, what a wild life, man, you've lived. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And ever since Mammoth has really taken off, you have been nonstop with this project. I mean, the first album came out in 2021. Then 2 years later, we get Mammoth 2. Then the end in 2025. And I've read in recent interviews you've talked about maybe coming up this spring, this summer, maybe in 2027, next year, about recording your next album. How do you find like the motivation to keep creating when we have all sorts of fun stuff like video games? Like what stops you? What stops you on a day-to-day basis from doing that? Because I would find all sorts of
I
stuff.
I still play a lot of video games, so don't get me wrong about that. But I don't know. I think like when my brain is able to, like when I'm touring, I like to say I have like two different batteries. I have a recording battery and a touring battery. And it's like when
Mhm.
I'm touring, the recording battery charges. And when I'm recording, the touring battery charges. So it's like I'm never feeling empty on either side. So I think right now it's been, a while since we recorded the end, that it's like I'm kind of starting to think about ideas and getting excited to get in the studio again. We still have a lot of touring to do before we get to that point, but we're in like we're definitely past the halfway mark of the touring cycle for the end. So I'm definitely starting to just ruminate and think on ideas and stuff I have and some new stuff I've written. And it's just whenever it's go time, it's go time. I think the environment for recording is always so wonderful with who I work with Elvis Pasquette and Jeff Mall, his engineer, that it never really does feel like work. It just feels like getting together with friends and just having a good time and writing music that sounds good to you. So it's always a pretty easy process.
So you don't have a timeline for any of this, right? You're just like maybe
No,
next
it's
year.
very much up in the air. Maybe next year, but who knows? Like I know we'll probably get in the studio next year at some point, but in terms of a release, I have no idea.
Well, let's talk about the tour a little bit because I ran through your tour dates, and I mean, you have a massive Halloween show with Iron Maiden in Chile, man. That
Yeah.
looks crazy. And then you have a extensive touring through Europe that kind of winds you all the way down almost to Christmas. I mean, what's the one show, if there is one show, that gives you the most anxiety just looking at it? Because there's a few on there that are really, really interesting.
Yeah, I think the two Chile shows are certainly something I'm nervous about. We've never been to South America before, never opened for Iron Maiden before, so there's just a lot of firsts happening right there. So I'm excited, I'm nervous. We also have the opportunity to open for Deep Purple on that run once we get into Europe and UK, which will be a really cool experience. But yeah, the Iron Maiden shows are probably what I'm most nervous for.
Yeah, I looked at those shows. I'm like, well, that seems a little daunting, but I mean, it's going to
Yeah.
be so much fun. Has there ever been like a negative experience with an audience from maybe another country that you're like, okay, it looks like France hates Mammoth?
Not really. I only ever find like if we haven't been to a place before, it's I think people just kind of learn who we are through the show, which is always nice. I never go into any show expecting people to know us, especially if it's an opening thing or like a festival. I always treat it as if it's like an audition, for their attention, and it's like if we can leave an impression at all, and somebody decides to follow us or buy the record or something, if one person does by the end, that's a really great, like, successful show. If somebody was like, hey, that was pretty cool, like that's good. And then, so I guess the bar might be set for
Yeah,
that as a successful show. But yeah, really, there's never really been a truly, I mean, I guess I'll knock on wood or something, a truly negative experience. It's just, sometimes it's really great and sometimes it's the lukewarm, but that's just, that's the gig. It just depends on who, if they know you or not.
there's no crazy nightmares in the middle of the night where you get booed out of a stadium or anything like that.
Not yet, not yet. But we'll see. Maybe who knows? Iron Maiden could be that opportunity. I don't know.
I doubt it, but I mean, I always like to peek into the psyche of everyone. I'm essentially a Sigmund Freud over here.
Yeah.
Well, we mentioned video games earlier. Dude, I'm a big video game nerd. My whole left arm is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's
Nice.
Ganon, and I am the dorkiest of dorks. But your run in video games is, I think, unheralded because I mean, you're still a young guy. But you back in people may not know this because the game's not as popular as it once was, but Guitar Hero, the Van
Yeah.
Halen edition, you were a playable, I think you were playable avatar or
Yeah.
something to the effect of that. How old were you when that came out?
I was probably 17 or 18 or something. I can't remember.
Dude,
It was
was
pretty
that
fun.
the
Like we had to like get into the motion capture suits and everything, and like that was the only time I've ever broken, like, smashed a guitar or a bass on the floor, because we had to like do like a losing animation.
yeah.
Way harder than it seems to
I
smash
mean,
the guitar.
as a 17-year-old Wolfgang Van Halen, kind of the coolest fucking thing you ever did, right? Because I would think that would be
Yeah.
the coolest thing.
No, it was a lot of fun. It was a really cool opportunity to be able to see. I'm always just interested in how things are made, and seeing it from that perspective is just really cool.
So I've read that Super Mario RPG, one of your favorite games ever. If not, I think the exact quote online is it's the greatest game that's ever been invented, or something to the fact of that. But
Yeah, I think it's all subjective, but that's certainly one of my favorites growing up, at least. I mean, but I love it all.
what are you playing right now? You said you do still find time.
Yeah, on tour, I bring my PlayStation, and my guitar player, Frank Sidoris, brings his Xbox, and we play a lot of Apex Legends together a lot,
All right.
which is a lot of fun. But lately, I also have my Steam Deck, and I just 100%ed Hades 1,
Oh, hell
which
yeah, I
is
love that game.
that's a long game. I put like 100 hours into it, but it's a fantastic game. I'm also good friends with Darren Korb, who does the music for all of the games for
Dude,
Supergiant. So
the music with
um,
Supergiant overall is
yeah,
crazy.
Darren is a spectacularly talented and kind person. So it's just knowing that makes you just want to play the games even more. So I've played a little bit of Hades too, but I really wanted to get like the epilogue. And then once I got the epilogue, I was like, I might as well 100% it. So
Mhm.
I just spent a few extra hours doing all the tougher challenges in Hades, and that was a good time.
It's weird how you fall down those rabbit holes. You're like, well, I'm kind of all this way. I might as well.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
uh, I just beat it literally yesterday. The Ghost of
Nice.
Yotai. It's sick. I don't know if you've got a
Oh
chance to
yeah.
play it.
I 100% did Tsushima. I have not had the opportunity to play Yote yet, but I'm very excited.
Well, make sure to fit that in maybe before the Iron Maiden show. We'll
Big
follow
time.
up
I
with
got
you
the time.
afterwards.
We luckily have a couple month break. It'll be the biggest break we've had all year before the Iron Maiden show. So I'm very looking forward to a little bit of downtime.
All right, man. Well, I'm very excited to get a chance to see you this coming Monday. Victory North Savannah,
Eh,
right here in our beautiful host city, Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you coming up this Monday, man.
Thanks so much, man. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, man.
You take care.